Liz Walker was born with a physical disability, and her doctors prescribed swimming as a physiotherapy measure. The family lived in Saskatoon and shortly thereafter moved to Kirkland Lake, Ontario, where Liz immediately took to the water. Liz and her twin sister Rebecca were signed up for swimming lessons in which both excelled. Liz even achieved her Bronze Cross Award. Gymnastics and figure skating had lost their luster by the time the family moved to Toronto, and the children joined a Parks and Recreation swimming program. A few months later, Mr. and Mrs. Walker heard of Variety Village, a local swim team with an integrated philosophy which was perfect for the two sisters. Once Liz was ready to compete, she was classified as an S7 under the current classification system, and her competitive swimming career took off. By the time Liz was 15 years old and was coached by Rafael Polinario, she became a member of the 1992 Barcelona Paralympic team, competing in the 50, 100, 400 free, and the 100 backstroke. She made the final in the 400-meter free. However, she broke her arm and had to scratch from that race. 3 days later, she was back in the pool, achieving personal best times in the remaining events. At the 1994 Commonwealth Games in Victoria, BC, Liz was one of only two SWAD, representing Canada in the 50 and the 100 free. S7 events were not available then, and Liz had to compete in the S9 category. In 1995, Liz broke the S7 50-meter fly world record for the first time, something she would continue to do over the rest of her career. At the 1996 Atlanta Games, Liz was the team captain and earned her first Paralympic medal, touching third in the 100 back. During that year, she started her studies at Brock University and also represented the Brock Badgers at OUAs. Swimming with yet another broken arm, Liz was the team captain of the 1998 IPC World Championship team and achieved all personal bests. This adventure, however, resulted in 6 months rehabilitation and surgery. At the 2000 Sydney Paralympics, team captain Liz became the first Canadian of the Games to win a medal, and it was a gold one, in world record time in the 200 IM. She followed that up with gold medals and world records in both the 50 fly and the 4x100 medley relay. In 2002, Liz traveled to Argentina to compete in the third IPC World Championships, where she reached the podium on numerous occasions. The 2004 Athens Paralympics saw Liz being nominated to become Team Canada's flag bearer. She earned a bronze medal in the 50 fly, an event in which the top 3 finishers broke the world record. She brought home 2 medals in her final appearance at the Paralympic Games, silver in the 4x100 medley relay, and bronze in the 50-meter butterfly. In 2002, Liz graduated from Brock University with an honors degree in physical education with a focus on movement and disability studies. While at university, Liz found a kindred spirit and soulmate in Ian Young, a fellow varsity team member. Liz and Ian were honored as the swimmers of the meet at the 2000 OUAs. They were married in August of 2005. Liz retired from competitive swimming in the fall of 2005 and is currently the Games Manager at Paralympics Ontario. She will be joining the Vanok team in the fall of 2008 in preparation of the Vancouver Olympic and Paralympic Games in 2010. She will also be a member of the 2008 Beijing Paralympics Athlete Services mission staff. She credits her sister and her husband, mom and dad, with being her staunchest supporters throughout her swimming career. She appreciates the dedicated coaching she received from Rafael Polinario at Variety Village and from Herb Debray and Peter Bradstreet at Brock, as well as her many national team coaches along the way. Although there are many fond memories, the Sydney Games encompass Elisabeth's most memorable experiences that involved all 4 of her supporters. Upon stepping down from the podium as Paralympic champion for the first time, Elisabeth was asked to be the hostess to lead the medalists down the side of the pool, where they were stopped halfway. Here, Elisabeth was asked to turn and acknowledge her athlete counterparts in the stands. When she turned, she saw the many athletes and staff waving and cheering, with Team Canada the loudest and most active. She was then asked to turn and acknowledge the spectators. When she turned and looked in the stands, Elisabeth burst into tears. Rebecca, her mom and dad, had gotten themselves through the spectators and down the stands as close as possible to her. At that moment, dozens of memories flooded Elisabeth's mind, from her mom waking up and driving her to swim practices and meets over the years, to the faces of her past coaches who had been integral in getting her there, to looking at her dad and remembering that these Paralympic Games and her hard work were the catalyst to her father's first time outside of North America at the age of 60. To seeing her biggest lifelong cheerleader, her twin sister, glow with pride with maple leafs painted on her cheeks. Once off the deck and warmed down, Elisabeth called Ian back in Canada where it was 3 a.m., and she relived the race and podium experiences with him. Ian then called his parents and went to morning swim practice where he announced to the team, lifeguards, and public swimmers that Elisabeth was Paralympic champion. The Ontario Aquatic Hall of Fame is proud to induct Elisabeth Walker-Young as a swimmer.